Without much ado, team, I'd already shared what we are expecting this evening, and all the way from the US, we have Prof. I call him Prof. Professor Peter Ndiangui, who is actually a Kenyan. So when you hear he's from the US, you've already read he's a Kenyan. So he's the one who is taking us through our topic for the day. And without much ado, welcome, Prof, and take us through. Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Nagre. It is indeed an honor. I wanted to say this. I have always wanted to be part of the GW team. And I do hope that after I finish this, I will come to you, Nagre, and you get me 150 by 100 so that we can all be together. Okay, you can get that right. Anyhow, hamujambo.
Hatujambo mwalimu.
Asante sana. Truly, it is an honor also for some other reason because, as you heard, I'm a professor. I'm going to talk a little bit more about me. And the other day, I invited Dr.George Washiori to my class because you can do this in Zoom. He was talking from Kenya. And he did a job where I felt a little bit threatened because my students started talking about they want him as the professor, not me, and they did not realize that now my job is at risk. So I wanted to pay back and make sure that I capture the GW so that when I lose my job here, I get something else, and besides my 5100. Okay, anyhow, on a serious note, I am so honored. George Washiori and I share a lot in common. We both grew up, I'd like to say, we never had it, but we both grew up in absolute poverty. And I think that can be said. That word never came up in our homes. My parents nobody thought we were poor, but like many of you, you might know, I was born in Madakwaine village, and I had to go to school in Gathudi, which is in Nyeri, and it was 7 miles. I never missed school one day. And of course, there were no shoes and there was nothing. I still remember that we were not even able to go to school the first time. It was by God's grace that one time when school had started, we were just playing a ball like other kids. Then an old man came over, was passing by, and said, "Why are you not in school?" We told him, "What school? What do you talk about?" Then he went back to our parents. Then he said, "I want those kids in school tomorrow." And he was the one giving bursaries. So we got bursary for the 7 years in primary school because we could not afford to go to school. And in many ways, we are truly thankful to God. And my life is a big miracle like that one of George Washiori, which I think is a bigger miracle for me. And I do believe what he does here is also part of that, spreading that miracle, what our parents did and what the community that was there that helped us to be what you are. To even imagine that I could even be anything. Some of us were not even, we didn't even have a classroom in first grade. We were at a tree in Gathudi, and we went to the same tree in the afternoon. In that class, we were in a church, 5 classes together. So to say that you are now a professor in the university in Florida, it's actually a miracle itself. I'm serious, and I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm just saying there were people who held my hand. And I do hope I can share that once in a while, Nagre and everybody else, that those things can be done and we can become somebody. It doesn't matter where we start from. And you've seen what Optiven is doing and how many people it has been able to empower, not just as a business, but this kind of empowerment, which is what we are called to do. I come from the religious background, like I believe many of you, like George too, we share that. And I do believe that God gives you 2 things. He gives you grace for your salvation. And God has given me the grace, and I believe I'll get that. But he also gives you talents to serve other people. But whatever talent God has given you to serve other people, please use it. Otherwise, your answer to the maker, what did you do with your talent? We see that in the scriptures. We did that, and we go on. So It's an honor, Nagre, and genuinely it is. Yes, I'm busy. We are getting to the end of the semester. I am a university professor. I'm the head of a program, but it is indeed an honor to be here. And let's make the best use of this 1 hour. I'll be meeting George Washuri to demand my payment in my first 100 next week in Washington, but that's a different story. So Nagre told me, could you talk about time management and business discipline? I think I felt very honored to do that. And so I prepared something to do that. And I called it the myth and facts sometimes. And I am going to go on and start this way, please. Let's all start on these premises. God is a fair God, is a unifying force. Every single person in this world gets 24 hours. Everybody. I just stick to the hours. Every one of us gets that. What you do with your, and everyone does something. Either you are sleeping, you are eating, you are working, you are going to school, whatever you're doing. What you do with your 24 hours is what separates the winners from the failures. And I can say this. I remember going back from the primary schools more than 60 years ago. I used to like reading James Hadrich's and all those kind of books. My brothers and sisters were all, my brothers particularly, were so keen on, and some other relatives, so keen on playing volleyball. There was a volleyball team in Madakwaini. And when me, I didn't like volleyball, particularly I was a bit short, so I wasn't even that good, so I could not even do it. But the point was that when I was doing well in school because I was reading more, they were getting better in volleyball. And I'm not saying I was better or worse, but they are fruits of what you do with your time. If you spend your time planting, you will harvest. And I want to say this in Kenya because I see it happening. If you're spending your time on the streets, Madamano, I'm not being political. You will harvest that. If you're spending your time having Madamano in your farm with your coffee and your tea and with your warus and your cows and goats and whatever, you will harvest that too. It's what you do with your 24 hours. And we are not going to let people confuse us for their own vested interests, that they want to win, they want to be up there, and they want me to spending their time for them to be in power when I am losing from my end. So the time, and Nagre, to help, thank you for letting me do this. Talking about time management. And right now, I'm going to brag a little bit. Let me just give me a chance to brag. I'm going to say what I am now and I've been more. I'm going to talk about 12 laws which I play and I have to spend time on. I am a university professor and I'm required to teach and do research and do service and do everything. And to retain that being a university professor, I have to do that. I am also a leader in the university where I am right now. You'll see students will come in here and there. I am in a leader of a program called Child and Youth Studies, and there's a faculty who I have to supervise doing work with me. I'm the chairman of the University's College of Education Diversity Committee. And in this time, when I'm dealing with the difficult times with a crazy governor called Dos Santos, who follows another one with the president, crazy people, Trump there, I have to be fighting that. In fact, this evening, at 3 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, I am on TV saying, truth is much better than lies, and everybody is important, and that's a law I take very important. I'm the advisor of all the African students here, and I have to spend time, each one of those students call me dad, and I have to look in so many issues of international students. I'm the director of the conferences in National Council of Educational Professionals. I do a lot of conference planning and all that. Right, I just came from Chicago last week. I am going to Greece in 2-3 weeks, and I am going to be doing that for the conferences. I'm the president of the People from Africa, African Network of those in Florida who live here. I am the chairman of the Fort Myers Mayor's Diversity Committee, and the mayor needs me every time because there are all kinds of issues of diversity: Hispanics, Black, white men, women, gay, what, all those. I am the executive director of the Diaspora Voice Consortium, which we are organizing with Dr. Ashuri next week. And we are dealing with a large number of people with a lot of expo, and I will be leading the education panel. I'm the patron of Madakwaini Primary School because those people in Madakwaini, when I was going to the university, even when I was going to America, they made me believe that my education is the education. Everybody was there when my parents called for a simple chai, huko nyumbani. They all went there to take their child to the university, take their child to America, and I owe them, and therefore I must remain there. I have set up an 11-room computer lab there in Madakwaini village, and I'm doing the same in Nyeri. The other day, I was appointed by Governor Kahiga as the honorary ambassador of Nyeri, which takes me a lot, which have set up a leadership academy. Just this morning, I finished with some kids, 20 kids who have been in a residential training into Mutomo Girls High School. I was there with their parents, I was there with the Piwadeto, I was there with the people from Diaspora Affairs. I was there. I am also a husband and a father. And my wife is a very special person to me, and my children, of course, and I'm there. These are just some of the things I do. And every now and then somebody could ask, how do you do all these things? How do you do them? And the point is, I have to. I've been called to do that. Just like you see Washuri here, everybody, and you can do anything you put your mind to do it. God will give you the time if it's important. That's my wife, Priscilla, and we have a lot of time. We are going for cruises. We are going to Greece. I told you, even next week we'll be in Washington. We have time together. This is my dean. The other day I got an award as the champion of the Student Success Award. And I was there, that was last week, Friday, like now actually. I got an award for the whole university that I care for the students. I do play a lot of squash. Some of you may not know, but squash is a beautiful game, an exercise I have to play. I meet with people. This is Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Minister. We meet with these are other things we do. This is Governor Kahiga, we do meet. These are the children. This is Tomotomo High School, we do meet. And so, and you see here, I also have to go with Mr. Macau here to go to go just enjoy. We have to. And the question is, how are you able to do all these things? And you are in a very relaxed manner, and you have to have time for these kind of things. And you have to, it's important. So let me go on to the point. Time management. Again, those 24 hours you have, what do you do with it? You have to prioritize. There should be more things in life than your time. I was talking to the students this morning. Life is not easy. If you are looking for easy all the time, you want to get A because you did 2 + 2. Life can never be like that. You have to manage to do things hard and prioritize what is important and what is not important. You have to have your own self-discipline to make use of the time. You have to plan and schedule what is of value. Washuri is my very good friend, and I agree we are very good friends now. I call him, and he knows when to return. He knows I won't talk to him, and he has to respect me. But that time, he's the chairman of Liala School. So he says, okay, hold on, I will call you back. And he calls me back because there's respect. So plan your time. Not just because everybody is calling you, you must answer them there on the spot. Use your free time. There is no word called free in this world. When I get out of this office, I go home, even when I'm watching, like now I'm watching basketball, and I can tell you anything that happened last night in the Hawks and the other teams playing Chicago, whatever team is playing, I know it. I sit back, I relax. I enjoy my time. Relax. I don't telework from here. I have things to do. One of them is taking care of my wife, checking on my children. Cooking, I like cooking. I like cleaning dishes. It's very romantic. I like it. It's a very nice job. I love those kind of things. That's my time. I like reading, of course. And I read the Bible and I pray a lot. Learn to say no. There are things that I have to learn to say no to. When you used to drink alcohol so many years ago. Then I realized these are useless activities, no use to me. And I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody who drinks it. That's not my point. But now when I say no, I even going to a bar, I can't go there. I don't belong there. I would rather spend a little bit of time sitting with my children. Learn to say no of what is not value. There are people I don't want to be with. You are always lying to me. Why should I be wasting my time with somebody who is just lying to me? Learn to delegate. I told you I have faculty people here. I work with them. I delegate my job with them. They do it. Those students, everybody is doing something, and I love it. Empower other people. Set your goals and try to reach them. I'll talk about that in a minute. Know what is important and what is not important. So we get to two areas. What is urgent and what is important? If it's urgent and important, it is urgent and important. Do it right now. Don't wait. If it's not urgent, but it's important, do it later. Do it later. If it's urgent but not important, delegate and give somebody else to do it. You can't do everything. And that's what I love about Optiven. There's so much. Even now, actually, he's here in Washington, in America, the work is still going on. I don't even need to contact him. Nagre is good enough. There are many other people doing the work there. Let other people do get more business. Let the other people do the work. If it's not important, it's not urgent, please stop it. It's not important to you. Leave it. Many people waste a lot of time. Let me go back to those times when I used to drink alcohol. I just used to hang out with my friends there, and I had very good friends, lawyers, judges, professors, doctors. We all would sit there, useless time, talking nonsense. Even sometimes when you get drunk, you don't even know what you're saying. It's more than 10 years ever I went in there. They even would ask me, can't you just come and you hang out together? No, my time is valuable doing some other important things. I'd rather take my wife for dinner, or we just go to the beach and feel good. My friends started coming. We feel real good. We stay home. We drink water. We enjoy it. If it's not important, it's not urgent, leave it alone. So avoid those things. Important, urgent. Prioritize, please. Prioritize. Put those things I showed you here. Sorry. Every one of these things has its own place. And the good thing, and you see my students gave me that award of the Student Success Award, because they said, every one of them said, he treats me as if I'm his only student. Whatever you are doing, if you invited Nagro when you invited me here, this is the most important thing I'm doing now, and it's important because I have Jane Jogu here, I have Mwangi, I have Patrick. They are listening to me. They are hoping they can get something that did not just come here to waste their time. Stan, I have to prepare something for you, my brother. That there's something we did together. That 1 hour we spent together may be of value. But then I go on. Like I told you this evening, I'm on TV. Now I forget my work. We stand here. I go there. Then in the evening, I'm there with my wife. I have no time for you to stand in the evening, my friend. But it's good that we are together here now. You see what I'm saying? There's always time to do things. So you do what you can do first, then move on. The scripture is very clear in the Ecclesiastes. For everything, there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Balance your life. Let me get this quote, and I would like, Alan, are you with me, my friend? Alan Kinyo, can you unmute, please? Alan, are we together? Can you see me? Did you hear me, Alan? Are you able to unmute? Okay, Mordecai, did you hear me? Mordecai Lumosi.
Let me enable them to unmute.
Okay, enable them to unmute, please. Because
Yes.
I need some interaction here.
Good. Shortly.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so I can still go on. Don't get too busy get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Mordecai, are you with me, my friend? Mordecai,
Yes, sir. Yes,
lead
sir.
that for me one more time, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Lead it, please, for all of us. The part where never, starts with never. Maybe you are not seeing it. Okay, let me ask Mercy. Mercy Siva. Mercy, can you read it, please?
Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life.
Very good. What do you understand by that, Mercy? What do you understand by that?
That I have to balance. There has to be a balance.
Yes.
As while I'm making a living, also I have to make sure I enjoy life.
Thank you. Francis, what do you see this guy looking for? Francis Rusese.
I think he's looking for money.
Right. Thank you. Let's talk about money a little bit because the part of talk here is about money too. Yes, money is good. Yes, money does not bring happiness, but not too far from the things that bring happiness. But you have to enjoy it. I remember one of the men who owned so much coffee in our neighborhood, a lot of coffee. I'm not going to mention his name here because maybe his children are here as grandchildren. That man was rich. When he went to the bank, all the clerks stopped and meet him. He used to only be a kopo. You know, those viatus. The man had only one coat. I never saw him with another coat. But everybody talked about how rich he is. The man, when he goes to the little shopping center there, we had a little hotel there. He would go there and buy tea, and then he asked for toast, and he cannot even put siagi or anything. And then he drinks the tea, and then he has eaten half the toast, and then you'd be asking for nyongeza. Everyone knew he was coming for that. The man was very rich. When he died, that money did not last a year. The children enjoyed it. They went to the bathroom, they fought, they even killed each other. 2 sons died there. They were killed there. What use is it? Let me tell you, my friends, you get so much money and you don't make use of it, you just enrich the banker. What is the purpose of using, I've got $5 million in my bank account, and here you are hungry. Your children, you cannot even afford school. You cannot afford anything. What are you doing? What use is it? I earn money, I work very hard for it. And like now, as I told you, I work next week. I'll be with my family in Washington, in Shirley. 2 weeks later, I'll be in Athens, Greece. I'm going to Corinth because we are reading about the book of Corinthians. I'm going to Corinth with my wife. And then I come back, I work more, and then I work more, and then enjoy, work more. When I live with all the children, my children, I told them, go and stay on your own. Go and earn your own money. Because learn how to earn. So that even if God takes me before them, then even if I leave something to them, they know the struggle of getting money. But we're too busy. You don't live the present. I want to spend a little bit more time on this slide. Quite often, like Optiven, and you may think what Julie is like, which is not. Remember, life has many components, and the myth is as if you spend more time taking your career. And the career becomes very important. My friend, your home is important. Your health. I should told you I play a lot of squash. My wife is in that health sector, so she makes sure we eat reasonably okay. I remember going to my doctor one time when my weight was increasing. He told me, wait, he told me to exercise. I told him, no, I'm a bit too busy. He told me, Peter, I thought you were a smart man, but that's the most stupid answer you can give. So you are too busy, take care of yourself. No, I don't care what you're doing. Your friends matter, my friends. When Nagri invited me here, and because I also invite Dr. Ashuri, is a tit for tat sometimes, I have many other things I'm doing, but this is very important. Because there's a tit for tat. I invite him. I tell Dr. Mr. Ashuri, come here, please. I need you for my students. And then he comes. I must take care. My finances, like I tell people, you know, I used to give a lot of money in Kenya. And I do. I do give a lot of money. I do. Because that's important. That's part of my typing, no matter what anybody says. But I stopped doing it carelessly. People ask me, they used to ask me, oh, my child, there are so many of them who are lying to me. I stopped. Oh, someone has died, someone has, oh, this person is sick. Too many of them were lying. But I realized also I may be enabling people. Stop enabling. Money is important. Know what you're using it for. It's a business etiquette. Don't throw it around. Why would I be spending so much time earning money just throw it away, somebody going to drink and going to waste it? Play, have fun, enjoy life, man. Be there, let the family be. Life is not just about the career. Life is not just about that. Get this back home like everybody else. Get it there. They are all together and there are other priorities. I could sometimes take off from my playing. No, this is important. I also want to point out this. Career success is not happiness. Do what makes you happy. Life is too short to be wasted. I'm struggling, making money. Don't come to George Washuli School of Mentorship just to learn how to make money like him to be an optimist. No, also learn how to spend money, how to spend your time properly, giving you happiness. Because if you're not giving yourself happiness, what use is it? Misery. Misery. Let me tell you, there are some people who are so poor. I'm going to mention names here. They are so poor that all they have is money. People like Donald Trump, that's a very poor man. I'm not ashamed to say that. Miserable human being. But he has a lot of money. But his life is all chaos, all chaos. You are a liar. You may even get all the power, but you have a lot of misery. I was asking some young people in Madakwaini village, give me the names of some of law models. And they're giving people who are thieves. They're there, corrupt. People, please. We are going to give awards to organizations, and I'm going to be open here, like Optiven. Not because it's making a lot of money, but because the business practice is good. It takes care of its people. It's taking care of the customers. There are far too many conmen there. You are selling houses that you have nothing you are selling. You're just stealing from people. I'm telling you, may get that money, it will destroy you. What joy is there for you living a life of just you are a thief? There's nothing. I also want to mention this, that life cannot be smooth. We all must plan. We must prioritize it at time. But you also be aware that life is never a straight line. Things do happen. It is how do you wake yourself up? How do you come up? How do you pick yourself up? Because things do happen. Anti-fragility means getting yourself out of problems. How do you get yourself? What do you learn from adversity? Things do happen. Life is one continuous journey of solving problems one after another. It's not going to be smooth. Enjoy doing the things that bring you happiness, and even if they don't, like we say in the scriptures, enjoy life in the valley, knowing very well you can go to the mountaintop, and then another valley will come, maybe not as deep as the one before. Then you get back, then you keep going. Enjoy every moment and pray to God. Take stock of your life. Please plan your life. Things don't just happen. I have this hour here with you guys. I have another 1 hour I have a meeting with this, I'm doing this or that. Learn. And it's not just going to be so structured, but look at what am I trying to do? You know, we talk about setting goals in January and but plan. Where are you going? With your finances, with your career, what you do? I want to lose some weight. How far do I want? Manage your life. And that way you are also managing your time. Please take care of your family. Do you know how many miserable people, they're here, they are living in $10 million houses. 2 people, and you are fighting, you are divorcing in that 10 million. What use is it? Have fun, man. Take care of things that matter. Develop yourself. Have fun. And keep doing things that you think you can achieve. I cannot be George Washuri. You think Optiven just comes like that? But if that is not Optiven, stop pushing it. Blake, if that's not yours, fight yours. Everybody, God give every one of us talent. Give us something we can do. And like Emerokai told us, if your job was being a sweeper, sweep as if nobody ever has swept ever in life. If your job is to teach, teach as much as you can. If your job is to be whatever it is, do it. Paul Guti, are we together, my friend? You know, do it. And if it doesn't happen, get out, try something else. That's another myth. Don't think that you can stop with everybody else. You gain more by being a team. Damaris, because what does team here represent? Please lead it for me, Damaris, please.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Together, everyone achieves more. And you've seen the success of Optiven. I'm telling you, we know it. George Washuri and his team, even other George and Negra and everybody, they take time to train people and then empower them. And when you empower them, then everybody succeeds and you have more. But if it's George Washuri, he's a billionaire, What use is it? Alone when we are stepping on people? No. Together we achieve more. And there's nobody who cannot succeed. But my success is not George Washuri's. It's not that the doctor there. It's not being President Ruto. I don't want to be that. Not being this. Yes, I will talk to Musalia Mudavadi. He's my friend. But I don't want to be in politics. That's not my job. He has his own law. Governor Kahio, I talked this morning. I have my role. Know your role. And remember, life is a continuous process. We are always a journey progressing. And you never stop. And I want Mordecai one more time. Always remember what? Mordecai.
Always remember that you are a work in progress till death.
Thank you. Always getting better and better and better. And I did this presentation today. I'm going to look into it. You may never know, but I'm going to say, maybe I should have done this better. So the next time you see me doing the same, or if I do it, it will be different. There's always something to learn. Please learn. One of the greatest successes I have, and I get a lot of awards for my students, is because I admit there are things I know, and there are many things I don't know. I need to learn from them. I used to be very shy with my accent, because you can tell it's still a Madakwine accent, even after being here 20 years. And I'm telling you, when I grew up in myself, there was no enemy. I tell them, this is how we pronounce words in Nyeri, in Madakwine village. It's church and should and watch, and all those get mixed up. Then can you tell me about yours? Then you tell me from Germany, we pronounce this that way. Then from Alabama, they pronounce this way. Eventually, we all become a very good team together. Before that, I used to be, oh, let me talk like them. And the more I tried to talk like the white fox here, the more I sounded stupid. I came to own myself, and I got better. And I want to speak like a Madakwine village, because that's who I am. I was given a job here to come as a teacher, as my partner teacher in high school. Then I was given a job here as the first Black teacher to come and teach in a white school, because they have been set up those schools. The very rich folks, I've never seen people like that in my life. Like the guy, one of the guys I taught 4 of his kids, he owns Liverpool FC, he owns Roma FC, he owns Red Sox. I've never seen people like that in my life. I don't even know where they get their money from. But I realized they are just people like me. In fact, if I tell them about what they can do about their kids. I learned it more from Yeri when I was teaching in St. Mary's. You know, for people like me and George, who come from poor, some of those people you see on TV, So I would see President Kibaki's kids. They were in my class in St. Mary's. So I don't know how to teach there. I was very scared. You know, me, these people, these are not my people. And later on, they invite me and, Marim, what can we do with this kid? I'm seeing the Vice President Kibaki. He is asking me what I do, and he listens to me. And I realize, oh my God, I'm good enough. I am good. Stop undermining yourself. And we are all good, everybody. God does not make any junk. Remember, the scripture is very clear. God looked at everything and he saw it was good. And you are part of that good. And you must be proud. Each one of us has a lot to play. Just like the scriptures say. The heart cannot do what the leg can do. The eye cannot do what the ear can do. Do your part. If you are made to teach, teach as if nobody else ever taught. Now, great. This is my last point. And I wanted to say, this is an honor for me to be with you guys. I've given you the little I have, whether it is good or bad, I don't know. But I'm telling you, as a person, I am so proud. Two, I want to add this. Help other people. And Nagre, I will get back to you. I am giving in my Nyeri Diaspora Leadership Academy, I am giving some MBA free online degrees, and we'll talk about that with Mr. Ashuri and the people who are here in this mentorship program. If you have a first degree or if you want to do that, we'll do it through this. And Nagre, I'll get back. George, will let you know about it. Just give. If people benefit from you, I'm not going to charge you any money because I'm not being charged money. I don't care. I can ask you to help those kids I'm helping from. I've adopted 20 kids in Nyeri who I'm working with, and they have become part of my family. They finished this week in Tomotomo. Next week, I'll be paying fees. Do you know how much is an honor? They tell me, thank you for helping. I say, no, I'm not helping. I'm helping myself. I'm just counting my blessing. People like me. You know how powerful it is to help? It feels good. I used to be on that other side. And still I get some help. But I'm helped and I love it. People, I want us to have some little interaction. I want to leave 15, 20 minutes to talk together. I'm going to ask you some questions. What are you doing with your time? John Masharia, let's start with you, my friend. What are you doing? John, let's go. Let's talk together. We're here. What are you trying to get in this mentorship? Yes, I want to be like, associate with the power of people. People who are doing great things, not just because they have money, but they've got the good heart. They got excellence in them. And if you associate with people who are like that, it is contagious. Well, let's hear you, my friend. What are you doing?
Wow.
Go ahead. Let's talk.
Paul, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my friend.
My name is Paul.
Yes.
And I have really enjoyed today's talk.
Thank
It is
you.
very inspiring. It is very wonderful. My purpose and always my zeal and what I've always learned from you today is
Right.
that aspect of life balance.
Right.
That aspect of enjoying every moment as we are making the life.
Right.
Ensuring that I am incorporating every activity, my fun life, time management, my finances, how I set goals, I take care of my body, my spiritual person, and it was very perfect.
Thank you.
My purpose for being in this mentorship program,
Yes.
I want to learn from those who have traveled ahead of me, those who have gone to that life, those who have built a reputation. And it has always been my zeal to learn from our mentor, George Washuri. I always love to always to inspire other people. One of my goals.
Let me ask you, Paul. Let me just pause you there. What do you love about George Washuri? I know he has made good money in Optifen and all that. What do you love?
Yes, thank you. George Washuri, what I love most about him is that enthusiasm of sharing his knowledge with other people. I love that. I love that aspect of sharing with other people what you have learned, the mistakes that you have made, how you can make a business grow, how you can balance your life. That is what I love more with George Washuri.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
That's very exciting. Naomi, I love that name. Yes, Naomi Susan. Go on, my dear. Naomi, your hand is up, but you can't hear you. Okay, before we get to Naomi, let me hear Mordecai. Mordecai, I love that name, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, oh, now we can hear you now. We'll get
Yes,
back to
yes,
you.
I think I had an issue with my audio. Okay,
Yes.
yes, please.
Tell us, what are you learning from this moment?
Oh my, first, let me say thank you so much for the wonderful and very straightforward session. It was just straight to the point. What I have learned, a few things that I need to learn to delegate, you know?
Yes.
I need to learn to delegate, that I should not be able, I was not made to do everything in this life. I need to learn to have a balance. And I think I loved what you said, that when you get home, you can do the dishes, you spend time with your wife and you're off work. So I've learned that it's good to be present at the moment. When I'm working, I should be present 100. When I go to have fun, I should go have fun 100%. When it's time to be with my family, I should be present 100%. I think that's a very good thing. I also liked that you said money doesn't bring happiness, but it's not so far from the things that do. I thought that was very true and very interesting. And the last one should be that I should be so poor that the only thing I have is money.
Yes.
And that means that being rich is not just a factor of the money in the account, but even being rich as a person mentally, being rich spiritually, being rich socially, etc. And then I've loved that you have expressed how you interact with your students. I am a teacher, I teach French. So I love that you said how you share your struggles with the Nyeri accent in America, and that you use it to even allow other students to talk about their backgrounds and everything. That shows us that our stories are not useless. They can be useful in anywhere we go. There's a reason why God allowed you to be born in Nyeri.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
I am so glad, because until I owned it, and I felt, there's something that they say, if you let the enemy within you destroy you, will be destroyed. But if the enemy within does not destroy you, the enemy without cannot. Once I know I'm good enough, after all, I am a believer. I am a child of God. You can't stop me. God did not make junk. God knew what he was doing, and he did it so well. I'm so good. I'm so beautiful, my friend. Not just you, Naomi. I know you are beautiful. Me too. Me too. I'm very beautiful. We are beautiful in different ways.
Yes.
Because we are children of God. Once you accept yourself, then you're about to say, thank you, God. I love, this is, I should still say it because I say it in class. When I get to, when I take my shower and look at myself and I'm just alone, nobody else is there, I look at it, say, thank you, God. You did a good job here. I'm going to go out and serve you with everything you gave me. You are the greatest. Just give me a chance to serve you. Thank you. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Mr. Mordecai, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome. I love it. Mordecai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. First, I want to thank you for taking your time to teach us. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
My take home, actually, I've been a victim from this actually. I have been working so hard and not taking time to give myself a rest. Yeah, taking time to rest. Yes. So I have learned that I should balance between my personal life and my work life. That's my take home.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, and I've also.
I'm so proud of you. Take it. Enjoy life. It's too short anyway to be wasted. Oh, and thank you, Mordecai. Let me get back to Naomi's point. Naomi, like you said earlier on, and Mordecai just breathed. You said something about people who live for tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Why don't you enjoy what you have now, please? Every time you meet them, oh, can we meet? No, I'm a bit too busy. Busy for what? Doing what? Yes, I could tell George, you are sure I'm very busy to be here. But this is important for me. I don't know who gets this message, but I do hope somebody gets it. I hope somebody will be touched and benefit from it. It's the message God gave me to tell you. Maybe I'm just came here for you, John Masharia. Maybe other people may say, what a waste of time. Doesn't matter me, I did my best. Whatever you say, that's your problem. But thank you so much. It's just so beautiful. Grace Kimani, tell us, my friend. Grace. Grace, do you hear me? Uh-oh, she's mute. Let us see.
Grace, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Grace. I love that name. That's my mother's name.
I really thank you for the session.
Yes.
And my hope to be here is like one day I want to be like George Washiori.
Yes, not like me. Oh, sorry, I'm kidding.
And all who follows him, because I know his team is a great team.
Yes.
I'm in the initial stages of being a philanthropist.
Beautiful.
And I'm really like to learn more about it. I know it's very wide, but I really follow him and his team to become one of the greatest philanthropists and give back to my community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We really thank you and come back again.
I will do that. Let me talk about philanthropy for a minute, Grace.
Yes.
You see, there's something beautiful about giving because it makes me feel good. But let me tell you, the first thing is I must earn it first.
Yes.
So I go out, work very hard, I earn it, then I give people who I believe deserve it, which gives me joy. Give.
Yes, sir.
You know, let me tell you, one of the worst things that happened, and I'm going to say it here openly. There are some very evil human beings there. You earn, you want to give so that you take advantage. There are some very evil human beings there in Kenya particularly. I'm talking about some people who I feel, I don't like to talk about capital punishment, but those people. They are called sponsors, spoiling our girls in the university. You are not the man, you are 60 years old. This girl is helpless. You want, or let me pay you a school fees, I'll even get you a house, I'll get you this. And then you are doing everything you want to have. It's evil. Giving should not be what you get. It's not for you. It's nice to do it. It feels good without expecting anything in return. And Grace, if one day I meet you and you buy me coffee because I talk to you, I will appreciate it a great deal. That was my intention.
I surely will. Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome. Joseph, let's hear you, my friend.
Hello, Professor.
Mr. Isharo, yes, that's a great name, by the way.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Maybe you don't understand how much this is a big deal to me to learn from a person who has already made it. I was lucky to get admission into Cornell University to study in the Charles H. Dyson School of Economics and Management. And I've seen in your profile that, thank you very much. I've seen in your profile that you also teach economics. And you've also talked about philanthropy, and that's one of my main goals. That's one of the dedications that I've dedicated to myself in my life. And I would like to know, for students who's going to study economics, I'd like to get, learning opportunities, internship. What can you advise? What can I do to stand up, because it will be very competitive, so that I can get, those working opportunities as I learn in the economics and finance sector, maybe even banking.
Thank you so much. That's a powerful question. Economics is the study of scarcity. That's what we define it. And by its very nature, it must be competitive. But Joseph, I want to say this and tell everybody. It's competitive because somebody you're getting. And why is that person not Joseph? Economics. Let me get to Optivate. I see what George has done. And I go to George. George, what have you done? And George is very free to tell me what he has done. Because he knows I'm not going to take anything away from him. And slowly that competition, I reduce it because I must make myself much more marketable. We must. And one of these days, I want to, Nagre, when you invite me, I am going to talk about how do you make myself, you're the only one who started out. I'm not going to let, if I'm going for an interview, I'm not going to let anybody beat me because I'm going to prepare for it. And that is what scarcity is all about. It's competitive. By the way, Joseph, let's get this right. If it's not competitive, it's not worth it. Don't go for cheap stuff. Go for the real stuff, man. Go to the roads less traveled. There are so many of my young people here who are doing great things everywhere. Things I cannot even know what they're doing. Those kids in Nyeri I'm helping now. I know some of them because they're so smart. They were among the top in KCP last year. I'm building them slowly, paying their fees, making them work for the community. Work with George Wachuli is one of the mentors there. We're going to be very competitive, my friend. Joseph, if somebody can do it, if Naomi can do it, if somebody else can do it, then fight your biases and say, I can do it too if it's important for me. And Naomi and Joseph, everybody. We create biases and sometimes we demean ourselves, like I was talking about my own accent. For example, we undermine, like I am a woman, I can't do it. That's nonsense we are told. Or even here where I am, or I am a black person, I cannot do it like a white folk. What do they have? Skin color? Oh no, my brain is as good, if not better than yours. Come on, I must be proud of who I am. Delvin, let's hear you, my dear. No, you're mute. Hi, Delvin.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Delphine from Atlanta, Georgia. I greet you all. Yeah, so I am so happy to be in this forum, more so because it is one that enables us. It gives us all kinds of knowledge, let me say that. And by trade, I'm in the medical field. I'm a clinical documentation abstractor. And that is to say, I review what the doctors and nurses do for evidence-based practice. And having said this, may I echo what so much we have heard from our dear brother here, and even from our brother, our mentorship brother George Awashori. And I want to say this: we must, all of us, program our own lives. We must have an agenda, because if you do not have an agenda, somebody else will have an agenda for you.
Exactly, you're right.
You will find yourself in every birthday.
Yes.
You will find yourself in every event.
Yes.
I'm not saying don't go to events, but you see me here, I'm wearing my gym clothes. I just came from the gym, but I still have to do my office work.
Right.
But I still have to do what I have to do. Right. Now, I cannot be in every occasion, in every event. I have to program myself. I have to prioritize myself. Right. Now, amidst the things that we have to do self-care. And one part of the self-care is actually taking care of your own self.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
If you do not take care of yourself, you will actually become a burden to us, because we might have to come and help you out.
Yes.
Make the best of yourself. Let us not start tangiering you for the hospital bills because you have been taking good care of your health.
You're right.
Let us not find you stuck because the information was there. God bless my daddy. He rested, last year in his late 80s. But he used to say that the only time that you stop learning is when you die.
That's right.
But as long as you're breathing, you're going to have to learn something. You know, In life, the more you get educated, the more you realize that you actually cannot be an expert in everything.
Right.
You know, I cannot be a builder. And at the same time, I cannot be whatever. I cannot be in every profession. I can only be an expert in my line. And therefore, God help us to stay in our lane, even as we learn. I don't know if my phone is going down, but may I say thank you so much for coming to share your knowledge with us, and even to echo that actually we must program ourselves.
Thank you so much, Delphine.
Thank you so much.
And I wanted to bring up that because you just said it, and you're so always remember that you are a work in progress.
Amen to that.
Nobody has arrived. Go to Philippians 3:13. Forget the past and look ahead to the list that God has set for you.
Amen.
I love what my wife does. Let me brag about that because this is important. This is my lovely wife. I did well there. You can see that. But she does what we call intentional health consulting. Yeah? And she does that. She'll be talking about that on this thing. This is what I used to love my Nyamachoma a lot until she made me believe that even these things are very good. And I'm telling you, Delphine, she's in the same field you guys are in. And it is beautiful to do these things. It's real. That's what she does. And I've come to embrace it. I've come to, well, I don't think I had a choice, but I like it. Because that Nyamashoma, that Kasha, you know, like other things that have destroyed our people at home. But Nyari people, we are very smart. They are among the top in literacy. But we are also, you know, that's madness. We are also leading in mental health issues. Alcohol. After Kazi, 5 o'clock. Nyamashoma, then diabetes and all those other things. Stop it. Stop indulging in self-destructive behavior. Delvin, I came to Atlanta too, and that was the culture I had. I was hired from Kenya by Atlanta International School. That's the one that brought me in this world. And I feel so proud they did. But then at the same time now, you find people who every weekend we are spending Nyamashoma. It sounds so good. You know it is destructive. Stop it. You can even eat broccoli and you enjoy life. We used to have parties, everyone must have alcohol. Now people come to my house, have a lot of parties. As you can see, I lead a lot of groups. We all drink water, we sit there by the pool, everybody's having fun. Nobody goes there having car wreck or DUI or something. Nobody, we all having fun. People, please. That's what Mose, how are you, my friend? Mose, tuko pamoja?
Tuko pamoja mwalimu.
Hey.
Are you getting me clear?
I get you very clearly, my brother.
Hey, we need to get more time on this, actually, Mr. Coach. It has been great. It has been a great session.
Yeah,
my name is Josephat Mose. I'm a security expert.
Yes.
I'm running a security company by the name Josngare Security
Very
Services.
Good. Yes.
Located here in Nairobi, and also we have another branches around Kenya.
Right.
Now, what I'm taking at home today,
yes.
What I have learned that you have said something here that has touched me actually, that whatever you do, you need to do that nobody can ever do it again.
Right.
From your little heart.
Yes.
If you are doing a certain job, you're sweeping, you're doing anything, you need to do it from your heart. Even someone can never do that job. If someone maybe has come to look for that job, he can never find, because you are in that position. If you are managing director, you are a CEO, you are somewhere, you are head of the department somewhere, you need to do work the better. Even someone come to get that job or to get another job like that for you, maybe the people will say, no, we have another person here, the person who always do the job the best. So that actually, Mr. Coach, it has really touched me that whatever I need to do, I always do in the best ways.
Give it all. And thank you, Joshua. If you give it a chance, like now, this is an honor for me, Nagre, to be invited here. George could invite anybody else, but I give it all. I invite George. My class starts at 4:30, which is like after midnight. And George prepares for that class he comes, and a very well prepared class. And my students, you will see the report. He will be there. It's at 1 in the morning. He's still teaching at 2 in the morning, and he's gonna wake up at 6 because he's gonna have something. If you're gonna do it, thank you, Josephat. Do it well. Give it all. You don't know. You don't know who. Be at peace with all persons. Do the best you can. This 1 hour I was given here by Nagre, let me make the best use of it to say there was 1 hour on the 28th of April that I did the best, and there was nobody else who could have done it more than me. I did it all. Nagre, I know we have come to the end. It's 2 o'clock. Let me finish by saying, if anybody wants that, it would have to be people in Kenya. Either you're in Florida because the university I'm working with for MBA is registered here in Florida or anywhere else in the outside. Talk to Nagre. Nagre, I've sent you the number for Ruth. She's the director there. She's in Nairobi, and she'll direct you in anything. And I noticed some people have already registered because I told you were surely. And I'll be there. Please, let's get in touch. Let's keep in touch. And let's support one another. Kenyans, we are so great people. And please tell your people. Delvin, let me tell you. Those people there in Atlanta sometimes, tell them what they need to hear. That pobre Itaua. Why you drinking alcohol? You go home fighting with your wife, and you're not even having money. What are self-destructive activities? Grow up. We used to do it. Drink, not fighting. Because we fear people, we are near men, we cannot fight because you can be beaten by wives. But anyway, no, I'm joking. But the point of this is, please tell your friends when they are going wrong what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. If they do something wrong, don't try to protect it. We are good people together. Help one another grow. And when we all grow together as a team, we become better and better. And let's support one another. My friends, have a very good day. So thank you so much, Nagre. I know it's a few minutes after the time you gave me, but I'm so honored and I'm so humbled to be part of this. Thank you so much.
Wow. What a session we've just had with Prof. Wow. Hey, that was lit. That was great. Thank you, Prof. You really prepared for this, and we really appreciate you. And on top of that, you've given us an MBA. Wow. I can see quite a number of people are already interested. So since they have my contact, we can talk to them. And I've already received the contact of Ruth. And I've said hi to her. She has already responded to me. So we will plan that, and we will have the people who are interested register, and we start the session right away. So thank you. We cannot say thank you more than I don't know what, but we really want to appreciate you. It's 2 p.m. in your place. It's 9 p.m. here, and we thank God because you took your time out of the session that you are doing, and we appreciate that. We thank God for you. Keep doing the good work, Prof, because that is how we change lives. That's how we touch lives, and that is how we become better philanthropists. Actually, you are a philanthropist. What you are doing, you are a great philanthropist, and God bless you for that, and we appreciate you for that. And without much ado, I just want to appreciate all the members of George Washuri School of Mentorship. I can see quite a number of you are saying interested with in the MBA. Yes, I can see in the chat. So please, let's talk. I will copy the email and the contact for Prof, and I will share in our group, because we have a group. We have a WhatsApp group, Prof. So I'll share with them there. Then we will continue talking from there. And as usual, we usually give this session 1 hour, so that we don't take much time of all the students, all the mentees, and we respect time. And you've seen also, because that's what Prof does. He respected time. He told me I will speak for 40 minutes, and he did it for 40 minutes. Then he gave us 20 minutes of interaction. Prof, kudos for that.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. And I've given my number there and my email. And I just also wanted to share something that is really important. This is my Nyeri Diaspora Leadership Academy. These are the 20 kids I'm helping. Dr. Shuri is one of my people there. If anybody ever wanted to help these kids, these are my people there. You can see Dr. George Shuri here. We work to help those kids. I pay school fees for them. I don't know them. I just knew Mr. Governor Kaiga just gave them to me, that these kids, some of them were nearly killing themselves because they've done so well in KCPE. If you want to talk to Nagre, if you want to partner with me in helping these kids, we stay with them for 1 week. We empower them, because your poverty does not determine your future. George Wachuri was very poor. I was very poor. We are where we are, and God lifts his people, and God makes us all right. So that kind of thing. Nagre has everything. All right, people, thank you so much, Nagre. It's been my pleasure to be with you. And get in touch. My phone number, my emails are there.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Prof. We really appreciate you. And we also say congratulations for the award. You just won an award. And
Yes.
we say congrats for that, because it's evidence from what you've shared with us. It's evident that, yes, you are able to win that award again, Student Success Award. Thank you. And Prof, we say again, congratulations. Thank you. We can't say thank you more. We can keep saying thank you, because if you read
don't forget to tell Dr. George Wachuri to give me my filter by 100, okay? Remember that.
I will do that.
Okay, I'm joking. Have a good evening, everybody, and keep in touch. Javin, just for keep in touch, sir, by the way, because networking, sometimes you never know where it can take you, okay?
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Bye for
Thank
now.
you all. God bless you. Bye for now. This session is officially adjourned.